Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. Riding on an electoral high of 3 consecutive victories in assembly polls, Haryana, Maharashtra and now Delhi, BJP now faces the big question of giving Delhi its best face. The Chief Minister, who has the trust of the party leadership, Prime Minister Modi and also Home Minister Amit Shah, the ability to work closely with the LG. Remember, Delhi is a city-state with many centers of power and, more importantly, a leader with a vision for the capital of a country that's aspiring to be an economic powerhouse. But who would that be? Well, the party is likely to announce its choice for the next Chief Minister of Delhi after its legislature party meeting on Wednesday. Now, the swearing-in ceremony for the new CM will take place on the 20th of February at the Ramlila grounds, is what sources have told NDTV. The national leadership of the BJP, of course, will send observers to oversee the legislative meeting, the processes and also facilitate the selection. Names such as Parvesh Verma, who defeated Arvind Kejriwal, Rekha Gupta, Ashish Sood, Satish Upadhyay, Shikha Roy and many others are being discussed as potential contenders for the post. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party leader and caretaker Chief Minister Atishi has criticized the BJP over the delay in selecting the Chief Minister. Speaking at a press conference today, Atishi alleged that Prime Minister Narendra Modi does not trust any of the 48 new BJP MLAs in Delhi. So who are the top contenders for this post? What are the factors that the BJP will look for in the Delhi CM, and the politics of this, the politics over the delay of the selection process? Let me get you my guest now. Nikhat Abbas of the Congress Party joins us. We also have RP Singh of the BJP. We have Nimi Rastogi of the Aam Aadmi Party. We'll also be joined soon by Sajjan Kumar, who is a political analyst. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. To you, Mr. Singh, first. It's a historic landslide win. It's a historic win, and 48 is a big number. Electoral drought of 27 years ending. What are the factors, sir, that the BJP will be looking for in the next Chief Minister of Delhi?
Well, Vasudha, just wait for 24 more hours and then everything will be clear thereafter. Why put this question now? One. Secondly, anyone who can fulfill the idea of Prime Minister Modi ji of Viksit Bharat and then ensure that Delhi becomes the part of the Viksit Bharat agenda, where you can get good air, good quality of air, you can get good water, you can get clean Yamuna, where education is good, where children don't have to drop out every year after 9th and 11th standard because the results have to improve for 10th and 12th, where mohalla clinics don't get into rackets of doing fake tests, and where mohalla clinic runs the interface for Ayushman Bharat, and then people of Delhi get relief, where every woman get 2,500 rupees as promise made. So these are few things which will any new incumbent chief minister will have to fulfill, and where are roads without potholes also in there.
Right. Nimi Rastogi, it's not even been 10 days, ma'am. We saw the wait for even Sheila Dikshit, before the third term started. Why do you see this delay as a problem? Could you also see this as, maybe time for a democratic process to be shaped?
Absolutely, Vasudha. Time is money. The entire administrative machinery of a city or a state of 3 crore needs to be governed. We need to have ministers and the chief minister to get the work going. And all the promises, those 25 promises, 2,500 rupees to every woman, 21,000 to every pregnant woman, 500 rupee ka cylinder, all that needs some authority at the helm of affairs. They didn't know the answer before, they don't know the answer now. Even while you are asking at this moment, Mr. Singh has no answer. ये लोग गोल गोल घूम रहे हैं और गोल गोल ही घूमते रहेंगे because there's a lot of infighting. There is no clear vision. It's very random. They think that they've won and the story is over. No, sir, the story is not over. The story is just begun. Aam Aadmi Party, as the representative of 43.6% Delhi, is asking you, like a common man, like a lay person, where is the chief minister and why have you wasted 10 to 14 days? So much could have been done. A pregnant woman who's like in 8th month of pregnancy, she could have used this money if this was announced 10 days ago, and I can give you a number of examples. So why this retarded response? Please, the state wants to know.
Mr. Singh, would you like to respond to that, sir?
Well, their chief minister was in jail, and then he was trying to function in jail. When he came out, he took this as a pretext that I was in jail, so I couldn't fulfill the promises. So there's a party whose chief minister was functioning in jail. They are talking about delaying picking up the chief minister. It's a process.
Right.
And then the process will happen, and then it's a democratic process under which the every MLA is being spoken to, and then the party high command has to decide on.
Okay.
So for them, it is just one person who used to run the show, Arvind Kejriwal, and he had a chief minister who was known as lady chief minister who was known as Khadao chief minister. So that's their style of functioning. Our style of functioning is a little different. We take everyone in confidence, and then we do the needful.
Okay, Nikat Abbas, do you see this as a consultative process? Because it's been 9 days. It's not that, it's not that huge a delay, because we also saw during Karnataka elections, we saw this open sort of like sparring between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. This is politics. This often happens, but at least in the BJP, you don't see fault lines being played out that often in the open. So do you see this as a consultative process, or do you see this as a delay?
See, it's of course it is the process with consulting the PMO and the HMO, because now when I check the system of Bharatiya Janata Party, they are working on an oligarchy instead of the democracy now. And why I say this is because the dictation has to come either from the HMO or the PMO. They just need a stamp, a rubber stamp for the CM. They do not need a face. What they're going to do is pick up a person who's going to be easily managed by the PM. Mr. Singh just mentioned that whoever aligns with the Viksit Bharat, so-called Viksit Bharat, the development and that kind of a thing with PM, the person would become the CM. Wherein what I feel, whoever aligns with the system of PMO, and PMO is sure that he's not going to, open his ears and eyes elsewhere, just the PM, he's going to become the CM. And that's exactly what we have seen in the latest, when they've handpicked the CMs in different states, be it Rajasthan, be it Madhya Pradesh, or be it Chhattisgarh. That's exactly what is going to happen, because when they talk about people who are working and people who are hardworking, often I have seen the Bharatiya Janata Party people have been telling that, we are going to put somebody who's very parishrami. So I must say that if that was the case, I am sure they would have seen in so many years that who was working hard for the people of Delhi, and they would have handpicked. If they're delaying the process, it's just that they need a stamp from the PMO and the HMO, because they need a rubber stamp to be replicated in the Delhi cabinet ministry. Now, when I say this, I say this with the full responsibility, because also in 93 to 98, when it was a 5-year tenure of Bharatiya Janata Party, and I wish them luck because they've again come back after so many years. In that tenure, they had changed their chief ministers thrice. That itself shows that Delhi lacks the good infrastructural values in the system itself. They do not have a good power system. They do not have leaders. They do not have somebody working on the ground, and which is why they were not in power for 27 long years. I mean, at least now they could have handpicked somebody who was really working hard, and they could have chosen much before, because they have 48 MLAs. I'm so sad, and it is coming as a shock to the people of Delhi that despite of the fact that they have won, they've had a good mandate of 48 MLAs, they could not even pick at least one person who could be the face of Chief Minister for Delhi.
Okay, Sajjan Kumar, what is your guess, considering how the BJP has chosen its chief ministers in the recent past? We've seen names like Bhajanlal Sharma or Mohan Yadav or Vishnudev Sai, but we've also seen predictable names like Devendra Fadnavis or Naab Singh Saini when the BJP won the second term. In fact, Naab Singh Saini was the face of the BJP's victory in Haryana. So clearly there has been predictability. There's also been this uncertainty. How do you see BJP approaching the question of Delhi chief minister?
Yeah, right, Vasudha. And Delhi falls into the category wherein they do not have a settled face, unlike Maharashtra or, say, for example, Haryana. But we must also remember that since 1998, the party has been out of power. And if you see the characteristic of the voters' psychology in Delhi, in assembly election, there is a tendency to reward not just the party, but also the face. So for 3 terms, it was Sheila Dikshit along with Congress who was rewarded. Then it was Kejriwal who have been rewarded in 3 elections, 13, 15 and 2020. So certainly BJP would be careful about selecting the face, because the mandate, the nature of mandate is such that it's, yes, of course, it was led by the alienation of the middle class from Aam Aadmi Party, who consolidated behind the BJP, but there is also a significant section of the lower middle class and the poor segments, migrants, etc. So therefore, the demographic compulsions. But besides that, the delay is quite reasonable, and there are a couple of regions that BJP would be keeping in mind. One, if you go by the trend, they would be careful about sending a national message from choosing the face, something Chal Charitra Chehra, the Chehra aspect in BJP, they are quite careful about, and particularly in Modi's era, be it about the highest post of republic, be it of president, vice president, etc. The second also would be they have to keep in mind that it's a mandate which is a Herculean mandate. It is about the aspiration of the middle class, but it is also about the popular welfare schemes and their continuance. So therefore, you need a face. And third, certainly there is some sort of a, if you compare Delhi with Mumbai in the last 10 years, we have Atal Setu, Sea-Link, etc. So infrastructure transformation of Mumbai compared to that big infrastructure BJP led. So they need someone who can deliver all these things. So therefore, I think they will be keeping all these minds. Yes.
Mr. Singh, do you also think that there's a problem of plenty now in the BJP when it comes to CM phase? Because when you have to balance between reward and representation, you have Pravesh Verma, who has defeated Arvind Kejriwal. You have other senior leaders like Vijender Gupta. You have Satish Upadhyay. You also have the women there, including Rekha Gupta. So how do you see the BJP making a choice there? I know you've already answered a part of this, saying that somebody who's aligned with the Prime Minister's vision will be the face. But our panelists are also talking about a dynamic face. Do you think that the BJP might go for somebody like that, or it will be someone who is better known for taking people along a consensus face?
Well, Vasudha, first, my previous panelists spoke about that who will go by the decade as a PMO. Oh, there's nothing wrong in it, because we seek the vote on the name of Prime Minister's promises made by the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, to accept that fact. I'm glad you accepted, national spokesperson of BJP, that it is going to be dictated from PMO.
Vasudha, this is not the way to do.
Okay.
And you just said that you have
Nikat, let him respond.
Thank you so much for proving me right.
Okay, let him respond. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Singh.
Yeah. So there is a vision of the Prime Minister about Delhi, and then he has made promises in Delhi, and then people have voted on his promises which he has made, and then obviously someone will implement those promises on ground and ensure that every promise has been taken care, whether it's 2,500 rupees, whether it's 21,000 rupees, whether it is Ayushman Bharat, whether it is a better transport system, whether it is to clean Yamuna, to give the city pothole free city. So all these promises will be fulfilled, and then these were promises made by the Prime Minister himself. One. Secondly, as far the phase goes, I mean, as I said, the process is already on, where consultation with the MLAs has been done by the state president, and now the meeting of the MLAs will happen, and then which the observer will be sent, and thereafter whatever the message they convey will be conveyed to the parliamentary board, and then the parliamentary board will take a call on that. This is a very normal electoral process. One. Secondly, we have a bouquet of youngsters who are there to serve city. I mean, whether it is in women category, whether it is the male category, whether it is caste based or whatever. I mean, we have a range of people who have a background, administrative background also, who have people who have skill in building up organization, people who have been member of parliament also earlier, and now the MLA. So, and then there is a person who was the part of the corporation municipal corporation. There are few of them who were part of the municipal corporation earlier.
It's a large pool of people to select from. Okay, fair enough. Nikat, you wanted to come in.
Yeah, because Mr. Singh just mentioned about the meeting which has been taking place in the national headquarters of BJP, that the Delhi BJP president Virendra Sachdeva is, in the meeting, and his take on CM's face has been consulted. So I must clarify. Maybe I'm sure he knows politics more than me. He's very senior to me, and I respect him for that. But maybe he doesn't know the Delhi politics as much as I know in Delhi, because Virendra Sachdeva is somebody not hidden a fact that he was asking for and vouching for his member of parliament seat from the East Delhi Lok Sabha, and also from Patparganj. He was seeking a ticket for MLA, a person who has not been given a ticket despite of the fact that he's serving as the Delhi BJP president. Okay. I am so much doubtful that would he be consulted for sure that who the CM phase would be, or is he just a puppet sitting in the meeting? And
so, Nikat, how does it matter? Because, electorally the party has done well, right? And the Congress party has failed to actually make a mark. So
I agree, but
as long as people are voting for the party and they're okay with that kind of approach. Yeah.
I completely agree. But I didn't want to bring this topic, but because we were discussing the CM, and I wish well to Bharatiya Janata Party to become the, rule Delhi. But yes, because since Delhi is not a full statehood and the accountability still falls under the pocket of BJP when
Okay.
we talk about the
Right.
latest, New Delhi railway station stampede, where they do not take the, responsibility of what has to happen. And they
Okay.
were not taking the responsibility of either the law and order, which was completely collapsed, because lately
Right.
we saw how a girl, journalist at that fact, was being
Okay,
teased
Nimi
and was,
Rastogi, you wanted to come in last 2 minutes,
Yeah.
so I'll have to give the last word to Mr. Singh also. So Nimi, quickly.
I tell you the practical side of this flag. Delhi has been really under power cuts in very, very many areas after 10 years. So somebody has to take accountability. The stampede that Nikhat mentioned. And apart from that, Bharatiya Janata Party is putting its own interests above the people of Delhi. They don't have a deep connect with Delhi. They don't understand the problems of Delhi. They are just quibbling amongst themselves so that there is a political message, there is a chal, charitra, chehra. What about people of Delhi? Have you ever considered
Okay,
their
last word,
interest?
Mr. Singh, would you like to respond to both of them, sir?
Well, Delhi has given a mandate, and mandate is clear in our favor. So whatever they say, whatever they want to discuss, just point aside. But Delhi has given a mandate and clear mandate.
Okay, Sajjan, last word from
Respect the
you.
mandate.
What are the three important characteristics that the PM or, for that matter, the party leadership will be looking for in the Chief Minister of Delhi?
Someone who is representing the new generation, who is also demographically representative, and who can handle both the infrastructural aspirational politics and the politics of freebies. The three things, that is packaged into one, and that's a tough task, certainly.
Okay, thank you so much, all of you, for joining me on this broadcast. After the BJP ended its 27-year electoral drought in Delhi and emerged victorious in the February 8th elections, discussions have begun about who the Chief Minister of Delhi is going to be. We'll get to know that in a few hours from now. In fact, the oath taking is likely to take place on the 20th. We'll keep tracking that for you.